So everybody knows I'm on the left. Everybody knows that that's my allegiance. That's where I stand. When it comes to social issues, though, I always kind of feel detached from many on the left. Um, in some ways, I think the left, um, they want too much stuff socially, and I think that that's kind of dumb. There's just certain things that people want. It's like defund the police. Some of this stuff is we kind of extreme. We have to act within the Overton window that we have. What I'm saying is, just from what I've heard from people and seen, it's like that's not possible. People aren't going to let that happen. This is an example. So I got this video today. I come off of work. So this talking about, the title of it is "I Stole a Strong Black Man from Them." On the video, there's a guy. He actually talked to. I think he calls it tough questions with a black man, something like that. And I think he had one where he had police officers on there talking about things, and So in this one, he got PK Subban with Lindsey Vaughn. That was his girlfriend, I think. From April too. He's from Canada. He's a black Canadian hockey player, actually from Canada, and he's made it big. He's playing for, I think, Nashville Predators now. Or was. He was with a white woman, Lindsey Vaughn. She was with Tiger Woods actually years ago. It's just funny because just for some reason, looking at her past my mind, I said it's like she had been with Tiger Woods. So her and PK Subban were on there, as well as there's a black woman that was a bachelorette, I think, and she had a white man, he's Hispanic or whatever. They didn't really do too much talking. The majority of the program, what I saw, was fixated upon Lindsey Vaughn and PK Subban. These are defensemen, by the way. They kept asking her about how she felt, and how did he feel, and he talked about how he had black men around him basically tell him that they would never mess with a white woman. And I get that. I do. Being a peer around crackers, sometimes it makes you kind of angry, and it makes you resentful of white people. Now, I think that's giving power to them. I think it's giving power to them because I think that you're giving them a space in your mind. It's like Trump with Hillary Clinton, talking about her all the time. You're giving them rent in your head. I'm resentful too, but it isn't so much white people as much as it is old dinosaurs. If there's plenty of black people in the South who think like these people, I talk about it. You got plenty of black conservatives, in the South. So it's not so much I hate white people as much as I hate tired, old, dried up crackers living 100 years in the past, which is not something that's only up here in Pennsylvania. So they're talking, and he's talking about, like, his friend that had said that about he's wrong, he should get rid of her and everything. And I think she said, like white people do, she's not going to say her friend's a racist. She just said that she's, I think she said something like it's made things uncomfortable between her and other people she know, which makes sense. She said something that touched me. The title of the video, she said that she took a strong black man. The guys that were doing the summary of the video started laughing and joking about it, and how it's cringeworthy. I'm not a hipster. I'm not a hipster. I'm not on it with the newest thing. I'm not with all that. But what she said was true. Whether you like it or not, She got a good one. Do you know what Lindsey Vonn was basically telling you? Do you guys want to know what Lindsey Vonn was telling you right there? Look, we're going to talk real talk. We ain't going to use no euphemism or that cracker bull. None of that bullshit. I'm going to talk straight to you. You have a lot of black men in the black community who are failures. They're failures of society. They're failures to their families, and they're failures to themselves. A lot of black men. We can talk about having, poor, parental structure in their household. We can talk about being exposed to crime at a very young age. We talk about, abuse in the household. We can talk about all those things. But you have a lot of black men who are just straight up failures. That's a fact. Full stop. That's a fact. And you got a lot of black men who are really parasites, and I'm proud of it. And I've talked about it. That one thing about black, I got a bunch of friends of mine from up here. Chauncey's from Philly. I tell you, he's got his own business. He just hired some people on. He was a trucking business. He was doing his own thing. Now he's at the truck. I think now he's hiring people. The brother's like in movies. The brother's written some books. Got a podcast now. I got another dude, Sean Jackson. The brother's a Mason. He got a degree. He's a coach. And I think he's actively still coaching. And I think he's got something to where he was a safety guy. Got the road, he was safety. We used to run in California together. One of the people I actually stayed friends with. He got a job. He's moving out of Arizona, making $80,000 a year doing safety. He's gonna move back eventually too. So I always kind of thought black men from up north is really on point, man. My grandfather's from Springfield, Massachusetts. He had the first black cab company and all this kind of stuff. And I was in the 40s and 50s. You know it was bad up there then. Shit. Oh, look up all that the busing stuff they had in Boston. That shit was bad. Yeah. I've always thought that black men up north were just, more can do, more looking out, whereas black men in the South is kind of like, for many of them, it's like, this is all I'm going to be. This is all I'm going to do, and laziness. Like, I've always thought that. And I'm not cool. I wasn't cool because I've always been the person that wanted to travel, which I had a chance to do. I've seen New York City. I've seen the Grand Canyon. I took time off in Cincinnati. I've been to Vegas. I haven't gambled. I haven't drank or nothing, but I've seen Vegas. A lot of homeless people out there. Been to California, Los Angeles a couple times. Been to Seattle. Been to Maine. Been to the border, Mexico. For many of those people, black folks in the South, that's crazy. They don't want nothing else. And I think that PK is an example of that. A black man is upwardly mobile. I mean, he ain't just from up north. He ain't just a Yankee black man. He's from Canada. He's a Canada black man. So that means he's everything I just said squared, goddammit. Put a squared behind his name, okay? And do the math. This motherfucker got enough money. He built a wing on a children's hospital up there. And he didn't get with the Norris Award. He didn't even get that. Nobody even talked about that. That was awesome. He gave back. I think he's kind of like me. I don't think he liked being up there, but it was like, yo, this is my big chance. That's how I feel here. Talked about it earlier today. I mean, you got to be thankful. It ain't about liking these people. It's about being thankful for your blessings, for your move forward. And he ended up moving somewhere else. I think he was with the Maple Leafs. I think, yeah. We started with. I think that when Lindsey Vonn made the comment, that I got I stole a black man from them. Because they were asking her questions about, does she ever get hostility from black women? And she said that. The guys were like, oh, making fun of that. And cringeworthy. It's not cringeworthy. She's being direct. Well, as I get older, I don't look at white people who are direct and to the point as nothing bad. Like, I don't do that while I'm running around with, like, my heart on my sleeve. I don't, you know what I mean? Maybe people think that I put up a lot of shit, but I don't. I just, if people are being direct and honest, I actually respect that now. Being up here with these fake ass people up here, how sneaky they are, I respect straight talk. Talk straight, speak your truth, and then be willing to die on that truth. Straight words, because that's what's going to get you somewhere. Not this, I want to be politically correct. Nah, I don't do that, man. I don't do that. Look, I spoke about black men, many of them being failures. Many of them doing stupid stuff that gets them nowhere. And many of them being a liability to their families as well as to themselves. Poor credit, things like that. PK Subban has a future. He's got goals. He's achieved a whole bunch of them. Look at his record. Look at his defensive record. Okay? PK has a legacy. I mean, the brother's done charitable work, as I told you. I think it was like millions of dollars he put into that children's wing. I mean, I don't watch hockey like I used to, but I have here and there kind of followed somewhat of his stuff when he got hurt. When them guys got between him, he hurt his neck, and them rear checks he does. He's a stout guy. I just think that Lindsey Vonn told the truth. She took good black men, and black women are jealous. Black women are angry about that. They're jealous because. I've talked about this in the past with when these black men get shot. Like, what was it? They had a black man, he was a bouncer, and he was holding the guy down, and the police came in and shot him. And people were like, what's the big deal? He's the black guy. And it's like, dude, this guy was a bouncer. Or he was like studying to go to college. He was trying to become a police officer. Like, this guy had kids. He was a good guy. I've talked about not George Floyd, it's another guy that got killed. And I was saying the same thing, that one of my earlier videos, we don't have a lot of that. We don't have a lot of good black men. We don't have a lot of, and I don't just say that I'm not just saying that to fucking knock black guys. Okay? You've got some black men who have been caught up in stuff that they don't have good credit. They have a criminal record, and it holds them back. Hey, I got a misdemeanor, firearms related misdemeanor. Okay, I'm not just saying this stuff to beat up on black people. That isn't the point of this video. Let's stop that now. The point of the video is to show you he's a good guy. He's got a future. He ain't no nigga. He's not. You can just tell in the way he talks and the way he carries himself. He ain't no nigga. Sometimes some black men make it, and it's like that's what they want to be. They want to be a legal thug. They want to be a legal rapper. I feel like that sometimes. And whatever. They want to be the rapper. Because, rappers got the jewelry and the women and all that. A lot of that stuff is supposed to be proceeds of drugs and criminal, conspiracy, criminal enterprise. I just told the truth. I can't fault a white woman for telling the world I found the man I loved. He's a winner. And people hate me because I have a winner. And it's hard for me to understand two black men in the video mocking her, not understanding that I'm not saying it like it's one in a million good black men. Okay? I'm not saying like we're like fucking snakes in a safari. We're not like we're unicorns or something running around the woods, and then there's like a white woman running out the hunter. She's like, "I got me one!" Boom, and we're like, I'm not saying nothing like that. Okay, we're not unicorns. We're not. But I am saying that there are a lot of black men who for one reason or another, are financially, are legally questionable. I mean, there's a guy I met up there at work, dude from California. We get to talking, and I was like, what made you move all the way out here to fucking Pennsylvania? 20 degrees in March, And he told me to do that child support shit. Just like that. Dude had a lot of child support. I mean, it's a lot of black men like that, man, who, one way or the other, have questionable conduct on their records. I mean, the brother's strong. He's healthy. I don't think he smokes. I mean, she like, shit, I want this. Can't knock her for that. I mean, to me, it's another example of looking for racism where it doesn't exist. I mean, I do we do use the race card too much. Sometimes people just love each other. So sometimes people walk in a room and you just fall in love, and that's not racism to acknowledge that. I didn't like that video. I mean, I had to watch it. Some of the parts where they were talking, because I'm like, wait a minute. These black guys, like what? I mean, like, they were talking about, like, obviously it was all pretty much skewed towards, the black man with the white woman, which, that's fair. That there should be some other discussion. The other guy didn't even talk. That's fair. We don't know. They made cut his talk out, whatever. I don't think he said anything. I think he just smiled. He didn't say anything the whole video. I think it's more common. I think the black thing it's a little bit more common. White men with a black woman is. I think I've seen it like once or twice the whole time I was in Charlotte. Honestly, that's more rare than homosexuality. Open, like it is. It's honestly is like that. That's. I mean, I guess if a white man and a black woman grow up together or something, or work together or something, maybe. But the idea that white men are just like that's rare. That's actually, yeah, just is. Unless he's just trying to get him something to tear up, I mean, we're talking about a lifestyle. We're talking about a future, okay? And I just thought, I don't know, I just thought to myself when I seen that, like, hey, like, what if I got a white woman? I wouldn't even be offended by that. If a white woman said, I stole Joshua, I literally wouldn't blink. I wouldn't be offended because this bus ain't stopping for nobody. I mean, those guys make me think they never been with a ghetto black chick. They never had a bad relationship. I've had one. They've never been around ghetto shit, knowing that you're not a thug. You want more out of life, and so you will never be accepted by those people. Like, it makes me think that they've never, as I have. That's real. I'm looking, I'm like, these guys don't understand, like, that thug stuff is very real. BK might have saw that. I mean, D.L. Hughley said back in the day, he was in a gang. He was in a gang in Los Angeles, and he said that he used to feel such sorrow when he see the drug deals with the jury and all that, because he knew that he was going places and they weren't. He it's kind of like I used to talk about in Charlotte, that people are gonna die. They're gonna die on 84 Road. Like they're gonna die. Just a swamp running foul-mouthed nigga. They're gonna die like that, and he knew that when he was a kid, and it hurt him. I mean, the brother been all over the world. Got a radio show. My point is just that it's not crazy to acknowledge that. That hey, like the wrestler song go, you can't stop me or whatever. You can't stop me. You can't stop me is a song. I'm like that. This bus ain't stopping just anybody. And Lindsey Vonn says, shit, I want to get on that bus. Get me a ticket, goddammit. Hey, we don't know what she did to get him. We don't know what kind of stuff she did to help him. See, when you're positive, you see that in other people. And I mean positive by not doing drugs, not drinking to excess, not getting, traffic stuff and up here start trouble with the police, and just not being that, but on your grind. On your grind, studying your craft. All that stuff. You can have fun. But being focused. I think she saw that in BK. And for some people, that's attractive. For me, that's attractive to see that. That's very attractive. Determination. Grit. Anyway, thank you for listening.